tablecloth is pretty big.
The tablecloth is pretty annoying, actually.
I would say so, because they should fold it up or something.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment, perhaps you can fix it.
I mean, let's just take it off.
Take it off?
Yeah. Hold on. Just, I can move the mouse properly on it anyway. Well, that too. Thank you. Thank you. The table works much better as a mouse pad than the table. Hi, Ross.
That was very helpful, what you said, thank you.
Good. And you got yours? You got yours?
What kind of those?
Your assignments, your recordings, and it's
Did
on the
I?
page.
I wasn't here last week.
Neither was I.
Okay,
No,
so
but I put everyone's assignments
on the
on
online.
the page. So you're doing,
I think I have it. We are number 5, 14, 15.
and Chatzi Halal? Halal?
Hatzi Halal.
Yeah, that's right. You put yourself down for that, yeah?
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's there, so here you've got the, this is the back end, but there's a resources folder. If you open that up,
Okay.
it opens a tab up here.
Yeah,
And
I
you have,
short memory.
your printout is here,
Okay,
or you can use the Sidor, of course.
yeah.
It's on page 133 in the blue Sidor.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, Jason, I can't open any, really couldn't open anything, so the pressure's great, divide that up, but am I able to borrow a Sim Shalom Siddur? Okay,
Right on.
thank you.
Yeah, just help yourself. Take one from
The back.
the sanctuary,
Okay.
the main sanctuary rather than the chapel, because the chapel, there's probably not.
Aren't there some on the back? There is a bookcase with some.
Those I think they're just the
They're
Kumashi. That's just Kumashi, yeah. Alright,
Oh, is this it for today?
well, Tina is coming. Usually Andrew's here, I don't know if he's out of town. Maybe Brooke. Iris will be here.
Iris is here.
I can put this there. I always like there to be one strong person in media. Forget everything for you.
Alright, so let's get started. So this is a review from last time we met. It's 2 weeks ago, so I know that can mean a gap in the memory banks, but we'll do our review with guidance. So we'll do repeat after me for these are T'vir phrases. So we have T'vir, Darga-T'vir, Mercha-T'vir, Kadma, all these things here, these combinations. These are all the T'vir combinations. T'vir, T'vir, Mercha-T'vir, Mercha-T'vir, Darga-T'vir,
Darga-T'vir,
Kadma, Mercha-T'vir, Kadma, Mercha-T'vir, Kadma, Darga-T'vir, Kadma, Darga-T'vir, Munach Mercha-T'vir, Munach Mercha-T'vir, Telisha Ketana, Kadma, Darga-T'vir, Telisha Ketana, Kadma, Darga-T'vir, Munach, big breath. Munach Telisha Ketana, Kadma, Darga-T'vir, Munach Telisha Ketana, Kadma, Darga-T'vir. I think that's the longest musical phrase that we have in Torah, where we don't take a breath. That combination. Okay. Because the only longer note that we might have is shagedola, but it's orange, so you have to take a breath after it. So that's the longest phrase. Alright, so we'll just do a few of the exercises with words. Okay, good. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. She'era. Good. And with at the end. She'era. She'era. 1, 2, 3. La'amod. And that one. Et michsei ha'ohel. Good. And this one. Asher alav. And this one. Vayashov Moshe. Good. And this one. Kifatoach tiftach. Good. This one. V'chiper alav hakohen. Yes. And this one. Vayichtov Moshe. And this one. Ve'hu. And this. Untatem lahem. You get some longer phrases here. Okay, this one. So there's a pasek or a psik, different pronunciations of the same thing, but the same root word is a pause. So a little pause between the Darga-T'vir. 1, 2, 3. Shaketz tishaketzenu. Good. And that's too easy. Let's just find some other ones. There we go. So Vayiv 1, 2, 3. Vayivku v'nei Yisrael et Moshe. Yeah, and by the way, long phrase, and like I say, big breath, but when you're reading, when you've learned your Torah reading and you've got this long phrase in it, you're going faster, so you're not going to run out of breath, right? Vayivku v'nei Yisrael et Moshe. That's my speed. You might go a little slower, but So don't worry too much about it, but you observe the puzzle power. All right. This one, Asher, 1, 2, 3. Asher yikach et isha. Good. And
That's too fast.
okay, this one. Just a lot of syllables. Just normal one. 1, 2, 3. Lehakriv et korbanehem. My brain saw a different word. Okay. This one. 1, 2, 3. Ve'et kol behem tam, ve'et kol miknehem. And the point here is all these compound words. Like, they're choosing specific examples so that we can learn something specific. And just that we have a lot of syllables, but it doesn't matter. We just say all the syllables on the starting note as pickup notes, and then when we get to the trope, we do the trope. Ve'et kol miknehem. That's all there is to it, right? Just a lot of syllables. All right, and that one, Rabbi. Good. All right. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, we just did that one today. Okay. And this one, 1, 2, 3. Kol shevet Levi. All right. Let's see what's up next. This is also review. I think maybe we touched on it. Maybe we did a preview of it. This is Geireish phrases. Azla. Yeah, azla and Geireish phrases. So we'll read this. A rather common trope phrase ends in one of two tropes. Azla, and Geireish. Ooh, they sound the same.
alike.
Okay, well they kind of look the same too, don't they? I mean, they're the same shape and same symbol and same color. So their pulsal power is identical. Their note is identical. So why in the world do we need two? Well, let's read on and see what it says.
And so, Jason,
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Okay, so, when you're reading from Torah, and there's no, there's no, there's no what is the word?
Vowels.
Vowels, punctuation, and trope.
Okay, how do you know if it's a this or a this? You know what I'm saying?
So, yes, I'll come back to this in a second, so let me show you. Will it open a second version of this? I hope it does, good, okay, I'll show you without losing my place. So, here, for example, this week, okay, that's not today, okay. So today is Hanukkah Day 3. So if I open the Hanukkah Day 3 reading, you can see on the screen that there are, the Tikkun sheet has 2 columns. If you look carefully, there's a column here that's, I can't highlight on the screen, but it's from Bayom to Ben and then all the way down the page, right? And then the exact same thing on the left-hand side of the page, but just without all the vowels, the punctuation, and the trope. So for example, here is Bayom. Here's the same Bayom in Torah and the way it looks in the Torah. So what you do is you learn this side really, really well until you're very smooth at it, and then you'll magically be able to do it from this side without all those vowels and tropes.
Oh, okay, so it's so we're doing anyways. You just have to learn it.
Learn it well enough that you just transfer it, yeah. So it just so happens that, oh, I can't really, yeah, maybe I can. No, I can't. Oh, forget that. That's not gonna work. I was gonna try and demonstrate, but cover up the right side. Bayom Shlishi, Nasi Nesivolun Eliafen Chilon, Komano, Karat Kesef Echad, 30 Meya, Mishkala, Mishmak Echad Kesef, 70 shekel Shekel HaKodesh, Shnehem, etc.
Easy for you.
Look on the other
It
side.
has, you can see all those things on the other side. So why is it easy for me? A, I prepared because I read this morning. But more importantly, this is Hanukkah, and it's very, very repetitive. Every day of Hanukkah is the same reading, just to change the name of the prince who brought the gifts to the temple. And so over the years, I've just memorized it. It's not.
But when I was practicing my first reading with you,
Yeah.
you just cut my mistakes. You didn't look at it. You knew that from the Sefer Torah.
Oh.
You could do nothing, so you knew that.
When what?
It was.
Was it Rosh Chodesh? No.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Time, yeah.
Well, over time you get to learn certain things. I'm not an
You
expert.
didn't
Like
look at it even. You said, "Oh, you should do it this way."
I'm not a like I don't have the Torah memorized by any stretch. I have to prepare just as much as anyone.
No.
A little nicer than us.
we're all a team here. We all know what it is. So, but that's what's involved. Yeah, it's a good question. It's interesting. I thought I may have mentioned it, but if I didn't, it's an important piece of the picture, right?
You may have, Jason, but there's so much going into this, and it's not as
It's
young
a
as
lot.
it used to be, so repetition.
All right.
People that speaking Hebrew, it's much easier for them, yeah?
I think so. Yeah. I remember in Israel, you learn to read like newspapers and books without vowels anyway.
Yeah.
So the words are
Yes.
almost not an issue. Although the Torah is very, very specific in its conjugation and the vowels where they go and so forth, which is different than modern spoken Hebrew.
Yeah.
So you'll find Hebrew speakers
They make mistakes.
not mistakes, but like you might say, I don't know, what's a good example? Ve'emunatecha is what's written in the Torah, but they might say ve'emunatcha. Like it's
Okay.
subtleties.
So,
Okay.
Jason, I
Yeah.
think I made a mistake in my question, and so, we're talking about there wasn't the vowels, right?
Yeah.
It's the phrasing, so one of the,
Trope.
the phrasing was thicker than the other one. That's
Oh,
what
I see. I forgot to answer that part of your question. Right. Okay, so
That was the question.
It's not there anyway, so
so it's
it's not in the
interesting.
Torah.
First of all,
So
whether it's an
can you
azla or
answer the
Geireish, we're going to see in a second. It doesn't really matter. You can do them
Okay.
all as kadma ve'azla,
Okay,
because some chumashim will not differentiate between a Geireish and an azla, and they're both the same thickness, and they're not in color because it's a black and white book. So you can get away with it either way. Nobody will know the difference. If you want to be very machmir about it, then, and this program does show you how to do that. So for example, we're going to get there, but let's just read a little bit and it'll kind of explain itself. At first glance, these tropes look the same. Sephardim call them by the same name, as do some Ashkenazic scholars. However, those scholars teachers who differentiate between these names use the term azla when this is above the accented last syllable of the word, and the term Geireish when this is above the accented next to last syllable. So what it's saying here is that it's azla when it's on the last syllable, and it's Geireish when it's on the second to last syllable. Further complicating things musically is that when it's kadma Geireish, some people do the tune very literally a kadma and a Geireish. Kadma Geireish, which is different than kadma ve'azla. The Geireish and azla are the same, but the kadma is different. It's either going to be like, you think of it as unit kadma ve'azla, which is yam pam pam pa ba da da, or see it as two different tropes. This is the second one, kadma and Geireish. Kadma, like a kadma always is. Except when it's kadma ve'azla. Kadma Geireish. Okay, so we will, as a matter of education, we'll do it the way it is here because we can see the differences. But Iris, you're going to say something?
Can you just do the kadma azla again?
Sure. Kadma ve'azla.
The kadma's on one note.
No, it's a ladder the whole way up. Kadma ve'azla. Kadma.
So you're taking a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a ladder. I think of it as like climbing a ladder. Kadma ve'azla. Okay? And then Kadma Geireish.
No ladder.
Did you put a V in there?
Oh, yeah. So yes, I did put a V in. I probably just have it set to the wrong like audio thing. If you can, let's see if I can find one. Not that one. Anyway.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was.
Kadma ve'azla. Kadma and azla. It's just and.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah, you will hear me say kadma ve'az.
So is it always that way, the way you just sung it, or did you say there's two options? For the kadma, it's always that way when it's in front of azla.
Yes, it's always the thing I say to you when it's in front of azla.
Okay.
When it's in front of Geireish, you sing it like a kadma and a Geireish separately. Separately in the sense that of two distinct tropes, but of course kadma is green, so you sing it right into it, right? Kadma azla, kadma. Now I'm going to be self-conscious about it. Kadma ve'azla. So we'll do that. Kadma ve'azla. Good. The second one. Kadma Geireish. Good. And this one, let's do repeat after me. Tilisha, but it's easy because it's just all independent tropes. You just do them all as written. Tilisha ketana kadma Geireish. And the next one, munach, 1, 2, 3. Munach tilisha ketana kadma Geireish. And tilisha, the last one, 1, 2, 3. Well, I should tell you how to do this because this one's a little different. I don't know that you ever see this. This almost never comes up, so I'm not sure why it's in here. Maybe because it comes up once or whatever. But you basically end up treating the munach just like a kadma, musically. It's the same function, right? It's green trope. So you don't stop. So tilisha ketana munach Geireish. Some people go munach Geireish. It's a little different, right? Munach Geireish. So I think that's probably how we'll do that. Just a distinction. Tilisha, 1, 2, 3. Tilisha ketana munach Geireish. Yeah. Okay. A related trope to Geireish is Gershayim, as we talked about briefly last week. 1 yad, 2 yadayim, 1 regel, 2 raglayim, 1 Geireish, 2 Gershayim. Where's my mouse? Right? That's what it is. It literally means 2 Geireishes. And what does it look like? 2 Geireishes. Right? And so it would be lovely if it sounded like 2 Geireishes, but it doesn't. But it does sound like 2 of something. It sounds like this. Gershayim, Gershayim. It's da-da-da connected by the middle note that goes between them. Da 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 da. Right? Two of those. Right? So ger shayim is most often found by itself, and it can appear with various within various trope phrases. It is sometimes helped by munach, and very rarely by mapach pashta. So, for example, ger shayim, munach ger shayim, munach ger shayim, mapach pashta ger shayim. It puts it into the phrase, but remember, it's the pausal power. The pashta, it means a pause afterwards. So you're really just doing all these tropes just separately. If you see them come up, it's not a special combination. It's just a combination, right? Mapach pashta ger shayim. So very straightforward. Okay, let's do some practices. See here, it puts the azla, right? Little inconsistencies in the program, but I love little quirks. All right. Kadma, 1, 2, 3. Kadma ve'azla, munach telisha ketana. Kadma ve'azla, kadma geireish, geireish, ger shayim, munach ger shayim, mapach pashta ger shayim. Well, that was nice of it to put it all in one. So anyone who's watching this video can just do that page over and over again. You'll get all of them. There you go. Should we do that again? Question, Ross?
No.
Okay. Kadma, 1, 2, 3. Kadma ve'azla, munach telisha ketana. Kadma ve'azla, kadma geireish, geireish, ger shayim, munach ger shayim, mapach pashta ger shayim. Good. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I can go. I can't go back. Wait. I can't go back. Hold on a second. No, I can. Watch this. Magic.
So the second line,
Yes.
going from that to the next.
Yeah. No breath.
But that you changed. Can you just do it? Because
Yeah. I fumbled it a little bit.
oh,
So it should sound like this.
That's not what
Boom.
I.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, just can you redo it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Munach telisha ketana, kadma ve'azla.
Yeah, so I didn't know to go down to start there.
Which is what I fumbled last time. I quickly adjusted, but didn't quite. You caught me. Okay, so let's do that all together because it's a little bit tricky. 1, 2, 3. Munach telisha ketana, kadma ve'azla. And that's just a reminder that of all the various times we need to look ahead and see what's coming up next, right? When we're preparing. And again, the thing is, if it doesn't come out exactly perfectly, as long as you've said the word right and you're on track, like musically, you know how to get back to where you need to be, it doesn't matter. Like when I fumbled it, like I kept going. That was the thing, right? That's the most important thing in Torah reading. The music is not as important as getting the words right and keeping on moving. Although it's okay if you need to be stopped, if you need to be corrected or whatever, it happens, right? So, munach telisha ketana, kadma ve'azla. Oops, I didn't go down. Oh well, you know. Kadma ve'azla. You get back on track. It's a very human activity reading Torah, right? And especially here at KBI, where the congregation is very appreciative of all of our volunteers and the hard work that goes into it. And so if there's a mistake, it's not the end of the world.
But you're there all the time.
Yeah, somebody's there spotting it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's do some examples. 1, 2, 3. Kadma ve'azla. This one. Ger shayim. And this one. Kadma geireish. Right, you have to take a look and see which one it was, right? And this one. 1, 2, 3. Kadma ve'azla. And this one. Okay, so this one's Kadma Geireish, so it's Kadma as opposed to Kadma. Do you hear the difference? Kadma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5. Or Kadma 2, 3, 4, 5. Kadma Geireish. So when we see a Geireish, we have to start one note higher, right? Kadma ve'azla or Kadma Geireish. But again, the point I was trying to make earlier is the Chumashim don't even distinguish. You can see whether it's on the last or the second to last syllable, so you know whether, if you think about it, if you have time to think about it, whether it's a Kadma ve'azla or a Kadma Geireish. But ultimately, you can do them the same. You can do Kadma Geireish if the word was a Geireish, right? Not the end of the world. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Geireish. And this one, 2, 3. Munach Gershayim. And this one. Geireish. And this one. Kadma ve'azla. And this one. Ma'al pashta Gershayim. Let's do that one again. Ma. 1, 2, 3. Ma'al pashta Gershayim. Yeah. This one. Munach Gershayim. And this one. Kadma Geireish. Good. And this one. Geireish. And this one. Munach Gershayim. And this one. Careful. Kadma Geireish. And this one. Gershayim. More of these, or do we go to our boxes? Should we go to the boxes? These ones? Alright, if it's too much, we'll go back. 1, 2, 3. Kadma ve'azla. Good, I'll pre-warn you before we get there. Remember when we had this program to show that trope is on not the last syllable, but on the second to last syllable, it'll show 2 boxes. It'll be another clue for you here in this exercise. When you see 2 syllables, 2 boxes for one trope, that we're talking about a Geireish, because that Geireish always appears in the second to last syllable. So we'll see that in probably the next click. Yep, there it is. Right? So that's Geireish showing you that it's on the second to last syllable. 1, 2, 3. Geireish. Yeah. And this one. Kadma ve'azla. And this one. Kadma Geireish. You see what's going on here?
Yeah.
The very similar looking things, but that one extra box. That one moment we notice that it's not on the second to last, that's not on the last syllable, but on the second to last turns it into a Geireish. Right? Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Munach telisha ketana kadma ve'azla. Good. And this one? Gershayim. And this one? Munach Gershayim. And this one? Munach telisha ketana kadma ve'azla. Good. This one? Munach Gershayim. And this one? Ma'apach pashta Gershayim. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. Kadma Geireish. Yes, everyone understand why? I want to drill it in. Right? If the word, let's say it was Adonai Elohecha. Let's say that was the word. So by the book, it's Adonai Elohecha, because Elohecha, the accent is not on the last syllable, it must be a Geireish, right? Adonai Elohecha. But if you're Chumash and you weren't worrying about color and you didn't remember that it's on the last syllable, and you went Adonai Elohecha, nobody will notice. And it's not wrong per se, it's just not what the Masoretes pre-decided was the music. Okay. So anyway, that is Kadma Geireish. So Kadma Geireish, and the next one. 1, 2, 3. Kadma azla. Now you're kind of cheating because I'm getting you started. Right? So I also, at the same time, I don't want to leave you stranded, and it's better that we repeat together and get it right for now. And when you hear it in your audio recordings, or you're working on your Torah readings at home, you'll come across these things and say, "Oh, that's why Cantor Green's voice is doing it that way." That's more important to me, right? You don't have to be like world-class experts on this for your first, Torah readings. What is this? Mapach. 1, 2, 3. Mapach pashta Gershaim. 1, 2, 3. Kadma ve'azla. And this one. Munach tilishat ketana. Kadma ve'azla. And this one. Gershaim. And this one. Munach Gershaim. And this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go for it. Yes. Geireish. Yeah, you know it. Come on. That's just a confidence thing. You all know it. 1, 2, 3. Gershaim. I think I freaked you out.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
Sorry.
just-
1, 2,
It's hard.
3. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's just hard to remember it all, like without.
I know. There's
Anything visual,
so
you know?
much going on. I know.
So, and you end up learning it by, like, you have the audio, so
Yeah.
that helps you learn it more than really concentrating on what you have to do.
Right. I'm kind of giving you a foundation.
Yeah.
An understanding at the very least, if not more practical, and confidence, and so forth. And by the way, enjoyment, because when you are listening to somebody reading Torah now, your added awareness, if not knowledge of it, expertise in it, will allow you to enjoy the Torah reading more.
And
You'll hear-
sometimes it's a pain. It is really painful, I find sometimes when it's not
When
working.
it's not done right. Yeah, it can be jarring. But you'll feel good that you know that. And then you'll go back to the
It
pain.
makes me sad.
I know. I understand. So I'm sorry for how I did it last time.
Well, no,
No.
it just happens, sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. You get off track. Yeah. All right, let's go into some words. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sadehu. Now, so notice I didn't go Sadehu because that's more azla. There's no kadma in front of it this time, but there could be. This is one word out of the Torah. What happens if the word before was a kadma? We don't know, right? But we do. It doesn't matter because it's on the second to last syllable, the accent, so we know it's a Geireish. And because Geireish doesn't have a pickup note, Geireish, it's not Geireish. We just start on the same note up here. Sadehu. One of the little nuances. Okay. Sadehu. If it was a compound word with 17 syllables, you just do all of those syllables up here until you get the dehu. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ka'arot kesef. Why? Because second to last syllable, and it's a thicker note too. That's another clue, just a reminder, is that Geireish is thicker than azla. And so when you see these word combinations, you have to look ahead and see what it is. Is it a kadma? Is it a Geireish? Or is it an azla? And sing it appropriately. Okay, here we go. Next one. 1, 2, 3. V'chishav lo hakohen. Similarly, kadma ve'az, right? Kadma. So all of the notes of a compound word or multiple syllables before the accent, before the trope syllable happens, are all in the first note of kadma. Kad, v'chishav, lo, and then we go up, right? Here we go. Next one. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. I did it wrong. Orech echad ser me'ava. Good. we have these 3 and 4 syllable, well, 3 syllable words, where if the accent on the last syllable happens to be on the last syllable, but Talisha Katana always hangs off the end of the word. So, but it's our only Talisha Katana, so we know the syllables on the accents of the last syllable. But because there's enough syllables that there's a secondary accent, we have a metek here. Hechatzer, right? So it's just a little bit of extra information. Va'ama, right? 2 syllables, 2 accents. All right, that was good. 1, 2, 3. V'heirim mimenu. Oh, I want to say something about that. Okay, I'll just say it anyway. V'heirim mimenu. Now notice, even though can't notice it's off the screen now, but it was a green trope, v'heirim mimenu. Because v'heirim ends with a mem sofit and mimenu starts with a mem, they're both mems, right? We have to put a little bit of daylight between them so that we don't smush the words together. V'heirim mimenu. So even though it's a green trope, we separate the mems. V'heirim mimenu. Italianate singing, actually, proper singing demands that as well. When you have 2 words that have that end and begin together, you do a separation, a little bit of a separation. Okay, Vayo 1, 2, 3. Vayomer shalom lachem. Good. And this one. Velo yera elecha. And this one. 1, 2, 3. Babeket ovaor. Oh, what's going on here? So how come you don't go ovaor?
Why?
Because it's a 1 syllable word, and then oh is like almost like 2 syllables. It might be mistaken as or something.
Oh.
Right? No, exactly. Oh, a light bulb, right? But anyway, so how do you do this? Babeged ovaor. Right? We'll see this when we have yativ on 1 syllable words. It's yativ, but if we have od, we just do od. Not usually od, right? Although there are places we do that, but anyway. I would argue that the right way to do the babeged is this. Babeged. Why? Because if you do babeged, it could be construed as the accent on the ged in the last syllable.
You should again, Jason, please.
Babeged. Babeged. Oh.
To separate it from the Geireish.
No, babeged. Just the first word. It's not a separation. It's accent on which syllable.
Okay.
Right. The accented syllable is the be, the second to last syllable.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why we have 2 tropes on the 1 word to show that it's not on the last syllable. But if you go babeged, it could come out like a ged, but we don't get. We don't want ged. We want strong weak on beged. But the only way to do that is to add an extra note. Babeged. Not the end of the world if you don't do that, right? Babeged. Right, exactly. All right, let's go on. And this one. Vayavohu. And this one. 1, 2, 3. Hashkifa mimeon kodshecha. So I did the same thing as I explained before. Hashkifa, as opposed to hashkifa, because that puts the accent on the fa. Hashkifa. It's weird, but it's okay. Yes. And then on to the karma azla. So that's good. All right, let's go on. 1, 2, 3. Takimu. So why didn't I do takimu? I probably should. Okay. I mean, here's the other thing. Like, don't drive yourself crazy over this one, right? Because one can actually do a conscious effort to sing the music in a certain way that puts the accent in the right place, even if you don't do that extra note thing. Like, vaneifen, oops, vaneifen, vaneifen. You see, I'm still putting the accent on the nay. Yeah. So don't worry too much about this. Like, don't be hard on
Sounds better
yourself.
that way, actually.
Some people think so, for sure. So yeah, I think so too. It's more natural, as long as you make some kind of effort to put the accent in the right place. All right, 1, 2, 3. Vatomer ha'aton. Good. And this one. Uve'asor lachodesh hashvi'i. Good. And this one. 1, 2, 3. Acheinu heimasu et levaveinu. Ooh, tricky, right? It's heimasu. It's not any different musically, right? It's just not on the last syllable. The kadma's not on the last syllable. Heimasu et levaveinu. Oh, it's not. It's heimasu et levaveinu. Kadma. See, that's the thing, it doesn't matter, right? You'll get there, you'll go through it, nobody will notice. I wouldn't have even noticed, right? But it's Geireish. It's a Geireish. Fun. Ve'et. 1, 2, 3. Ve'et par hachatat. Right? You lose the pickup note. Pa. It's not par. Right? Par hachatat, which means you're starting on the second note of kadma ve'azla. Ma ve'azla.
It's the same as when we had the O, no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And in front of the gay, if it was a Geireish, how would you sound
Don't remember what it was.
kadma? Is the kadma on the bottom note or
Oh,
the
because
top
it was
note?
one note.
If it was right in front of a Geireish.
Oh, I see.
Kadma the lower or the upper
Do you
note?
remember what the word was? Okay.
No.
We may come across it again.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Like if it was od haaretz.
Yeah. So
In that case, kadma ve'azla and kadma Geireish will sound identical, because it's just one note. You only have one note to work with. Od Geireish. You don't go od Geireish or even od Geireish. It's just od Geireish. So,
But
it's a really good question. I'm glad you picked up on that.
But isn't the when it's in front of azla,
Yeah, like the kadma in front of azla.
isn't it the middle steps or?
Well, because it's only one syllable in that case, like od, let's say. You don't do the other notes. You only do the last note. Kadma.
But the kadma doesn't go as high. In front of azla, kadma is different, so it doesn't have the top note.
You're
top
right.
note.
You borrow it from the ve.
Right. Okay, it doesn't really matter.
No, you're right. No. This is a really good point.
That's
You borrow the note from the ve. We've borrowed before, right? It's like math. You borrow from the tens column.
So you're doing the kadma is the first note of azla.
It's the ve of the azla. Yeah, you're right.
It's
Good.
confusing. Okay.
You know what? It's confusing if you let it be confusing. Go with your instinct, and you're probably going to get it right.
Yeah.
Even if you're new at it, your instinct, if you've got one syllable, why do that? Od Geireish. Oh, and if you do od Geireish, great.
Just make it.
Sure. Make it up as you go. I'm not an advocate for making it up as you go, but if you don't know what to do with it and you don't have somebody singing it for you, like use your intuition. You can't go wrong as long as you say the word right. That's
Well,
the
the
key.
hardest part is when you're in a haftarah, when you're reading it, and suddenly you've got the wrong note, and you're aware that you
Yeah.
are not. So it takes you a little while to turn kind of the wheels to correct it as you're going along.
Yeah, they're
to
speaking
get
on your feet.
into it to the right.
Yeah, Torah too, same thing.
At least with Torah, somebody's there to correct you.
Oh, that is a good
helps.
difference. That's right.
Yeah, that
Right.
helps.
Well, yes and no. I mean, the B'nai Mitzvah kids all stand up there with the bar mitzvah kid and just, even for a haftarah, just make sure that they're comfortable and on track and feed them the helping note if they need it. I'm happy to do that for anyone doing haftarah as well. But anyway, okay, good. Really good question. And I'm surprised they didn't help us cover that. Anyway, okay, good. 2 tropes on one word. How do you do that? We've talked about this before with munach, with pashta, zakif, katon. Same thing here with kadma ve'azla. And we treat it like 2 words, as vehakri and vechem. So it sounds like this. V'hakri v'chem, v'hakri v'chem, which is also two accents, right? It's two accents on the word. V'hakri v'chem. Good. And this one, 1, 2, 3. Be'yomoti tein sefaro. Looking ahead to see whether it's kadma azla or kadma v'azla or kadma geireish. 1, 2, 3. Ve'safar lo. Right? Ve'safar lo.
Oh, but
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I need to slow down.
you did the trope on the next syllable.
I did it on vesa. Vesa.
But it was under the, okay.
Yeah, it was on the
It
last
was
one.
under a different note. Or above a different,
In the first word, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it was over the sa. The sa far. So the far is the v of ve'azla. So kadma ve'azla, more often than not, you have to borrow notes, and it's a little fungible where you do the transition.
Oh, okay.
So that makes it easier. You don't have to worry so much about it. Just get the main accent where it shows you. Vesa. You wouldn't go vesa far lo.
Okay.
It's not by word in the case of kadma ve'azla. It's more by syllable. Right. Good. Yeah. It's interesting. Before this discussion, I didn't realize how intricate kadma ve'azla actually is, which I think is a testament to how intuitive it or flexible it is. Right. So
I'm just trying to almost have it written down in my head, but you really shouldn't do that. Be intuitive a bit more.
yes, but it takes being in our comfort zone with the tools that work for us before we can step outside of it. It's not understandable. Okay, good. This one does finish with a kadma ve'azla. Just a little hint there. Hafked, 1, 2, 3. Hafked et halavim al mishkan ha'edut. Good. And this one. V'hayetazot lachem. See how the la is the transition note. It's not a separate word, it's not a separate trope, but it's part of the pattern. Which is why we think of kadma ve'azla as one group, not a kadma and an azla, right? With kadma geireish, we do have that responsibility to separate them and find where the transition notes are. But in kadma ve'azla, you just do it by syllable. V'hayetazot lachem. Alright, good. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ve'amudei hetatzer saviv. Good. And let's just stay on this grouping for the rest of the day. We only have a few minutes left anyway. Rather than go on to the next exercise, we'll do that next week. 1, 2, 3. Ve'ish ish. Good example of how it's fungible is where the notes go. Here we didn't borrow from the next word to put on the previous word, we borrowed from the previous word to put on the next word. Ish, ish.
So, Jason,
Yeah.
it means and,
And.
right? So are there certain, I don't even know what it's called, before the actual word, so
Prefix.
it's ish that has the accent.
Yes.
So it's the helper that doesn't have the accent.
The pickup note, the pickup word, the prefix, as it were.
Well, it depends on the sentence.
It depends on the sentence. No, but so.
Would hot, would hot be the pronoun before the, not pronoun,
The prefix?
Yeah. Or
Ha is a
there's
prefix.
No rule really. It's-
No.
Okay.
No, you just take it as it comes. Ish, ish, which means it means and every man. Okay, in the context of whatever the Torah is. Ish means every time we have two words that are repeated, it's basically for emphasis or to say every or all. Like my favorite expression, Baruch Hashem Yom Yom. It doesn't mean bless God day day. It means bless God every day or always. Right? It's superlative form. Right? The ish. Okay. This one. 1, 2, 3. Vayatsev Yaakov. this one. Vayitein otam. And this one. Vayomeru avdei Pharaoh. There was a word in. So do you remember I said the accent is almost always going to be on the last syllable, slightly less often on the second to last syllable, rarely on the third to last syllable, like ha'ohela. And I found a word this week in the Torah reading where the accent was on the fourth to last syllable. Vanisaper. Vanisaper. Vanisaper lo. Vanisaper. I think it's the only word in all of Torah where the accent is on the fourth to last syllable. And on the prefix, no less. Va. Nisaper. The word is nisaper, right? Good. Fun. 1, 2, 3. Asher kana Avraham et hasadeh. Good. And this one. Oh, we did it already. Oh, let's see if we remember how to do it. 1, 2, 3. Hashkifa mimeon kodshecha. So I did it that way, where we made an effort to put the accent on the key, even though I didn't sing an extra note on it. Like I didn't go hashkifa. I went hashkifa, strongly, and then the accent seems to be in the right place. Okay, and this one. 1, 2, 3. Venasa Aaron et shemotam. The last 3 exercises they've been increasing the number of pickup syllables before the azla, right? This one has 3 shemo et shemotam, Aharon et shemotam. So the et shemotam is the intermediate note of the ve'az, the va'az of the azla. Okay, and this one. 1, 2, 3. Me'et b'nei Yisrael. Now we have 4. 1 b'nei Yisrael. So I think they're doing that on purpose. They literally did 1 syllable before, 2 syllables, 3 syllables, now 4. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. Vavei ha'amudim. I love that phrase. Vavei ha'amudim. This is part of the building of the Mishkan, and Vavei means vavs, right? But vavs means sticks or dowels or posts, because vav looks like a post. This is part of the columns at the front of the ark, basically. Vavei ha'amudim. All right, and this one. 1, 2. We're going to put the accent on the peh without doubling the note. 1, 2, 3. Umi petach ohel moed. So no low note because it's on the kadma. We lose the kad because there is no syllable to do the kad note. So it's just ma ve'az, right? Ohel moed. It's not. We don't want to go ohel moed. Oh hell. No, we don't do that.
But you don't take it from the previous word?
Oh, so interesting. Umi petach ohel moed. You could. That would show real care for, making sure you hit all the notes. I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm just umi petach ohel moed. That would just come out like that. Good. 1, 2, 3. Sam alilot devarim. It's not giving us many Geirashes. Let's see if it'll find one. Well, there's a Geireish by itself. 1, 2, 3. Hey ma. Good. And come on. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Vayashkem Avimelech. Do you all see why that is what it is? Vayashkem, not Vayashkem up, because we looked ahead and we see that the trope is on the second to last syllable and it's thicker, so it's Geireish. So it's not Varada, it's just Yamba Kadma. Vayashkem Avimelech. Good. All right. Let's pause there. schedule. So, today is the 10th, next week is the 17th. We are on December 17th, Sunday, December 17th. Oh boy.
Are we off Eric Nitzel?
Erev Nitzel. Probably because I'm out of town.
Okay.
Yeah. There is no class then. Did I move it?
On the 17th?
The 17th we have class. No, the
Okay.
question was, do we have one Erev Christmas?
I don't think you've had it.
We don't. We don't.
Yiddish.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Yiddish.
Nitzel? Nitzelnacht?
Yeah.
Okay. It means little night. Nitzel. It's little night. Okay, so next week, 9:30. Okay, I will put the recording up from this class. If there are any questions about your specific assignments, just remember, like Miriam, you have Chatzi Hallel, the resource folder is there. And we have a month to go, by the way.
Oh,
So-
I have to.
2
We
months.
have 2 months.
Oh, sorry, I may have seen, sorry, you're right.
You were
I-
straight.
I'll tell you what I did. I saw the countdown and I only looked at the first column. Like the countdown here says 1 month, but it's 1 month and 4 weeks. So 2 months, yay! That's easy. Okay, so Miriam, you're doing Chatzi Hallel. Iris, you're doing the Torah processional. And I'm happy to get together with everyone. I want to get together with everyone, do your stuff. And we'll have our day before our Sunday before to do it on a Bima all together and do a full run through. Mitch, you're doing Agnes isn't here. Mitch, you're doing Aliyah reading 2, which you have PDF and MP3 there for. Tina, Aliyah 5. I didn't do a recording for you. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I'll do that. Batya will do the recording for her. Iris, I need to do a recording for you. Wow, I guess
Did you make a recording for me or?
for
Not yet.
you. Wait, which one are you doing? Yes, I did the recording for you.
Okay.
I will
And
get
you
those-
send it? No, not
It's
yet.
on the webpage.
It's on your webpage.
On the AD/ADM.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll do recordings. Oh, I know why I didn't do recordings. I couldn't sing for the last week. Emily's not gonna do one because she's preoccupied with her new baby. But I'll do the recording for Batya, for Iris, and Roz. You have your recording already. Jenny's gonna do the Haftarah. I'm gonna do that recording. Roz, your Torah recessional.
So that doesn't mean that the recessionals that walk back at the Torah?
Yeah,
Or
that's-
the Bima?
It's walking around with the Torah, but we can leave you at the Bima and have the Torah walk around by itself, which is what I'll recommend.
Yes.
And I can stand up there with you and everything if you want. If you
And
want.
what is the first?
It's
First piece, no, it's
yeah,
not, it's
oh.
not the first piece.
What's that?
Mizmor with the beat or?
No, it's Ashrei. Ashrei.
Okay.
You can top and tail or sing the whole thing. Ashrei Yoshe Beveit Ha'odelu. That's all in the recordings. Then there's Yahalelu and Shem Adonai Ki Yitzhak Shem Adonai. Then it's Hodo Al Eretz, and then Mizmor Ledavi Havud Adonai, and then finish up with Ufnucho Yomar Eitz Chayim.
That's.
Actually, the Eitz Chayim that I have here is Portmine. Eitz Chayim. You could do whichever. Perfect. Good. Good. Just going through some questions here. Musaf, Jenny's got it covered. We're all doing conclusion of services, so take a look at that. But it's Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoneinu, and Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon Hakol, and Adon Olam Asher
The
Malav.
regular one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
The choir version?
No, that'll be the week before, or 2 weeks before, and on here for Shabbat Shira. Okay. Any questions on assignments?
I had to bring my Chromebook one time, Jason, because I can't get anything.
Oh yeah.
That's what you sent.
Oh yeah, you didn't bring it today.
I didn't know if you would have time. I should have asked ahead of time.
Yeah. If you want to get together, or we can do a
Next
Zoom
week. I don't
session.
take too much of your time.
This is important.
Um,
Try another browser. Try a phone. Try an iPad. Try something and see what's
can't-
happening.
You can't get on, you can't open these?
It won't allow me to open anything.
You may have a setting for third-party website, like links or whatever,
Yeah, it's
Well,
probably.
when are you here anyways, and I'll come a bit earlier maybe and show you, and see if you can help me.
so,
It's probably a pop-up window thing maybe, or
could be, it's not a, yeah,
or it's just like opening something from within a website.
I mean, it depends when you're around and stuff, but, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
It's a busy week.
I don't mind finding, it's only gonna take 20 minutes.
Doing it next week,
Sure,
in the meantime, I'll work on what you sent me.
yeah, bring it, let's see if we have a couple minutes before class starts,
Okay.
and if not, I'll do it after class.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're done for today, have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Good stuff, good learning, good questions, and, I'll see you next week, if not before. Hanukkah Sameach.
Tomorrow I'm going to make the
Yes,
I know the last, is the Yom HaHamishi. Yeah?
yes, that's right.
Okay. Can you mark, or do you want me read it for you?
Sure.
Just quickly?
Vayom HaRevi'im.
ביום הרביעי נשיא לבני ראובן אליצור קורבנות
I read some about completely by ear. I never learned it. At my kids' thing, I just shut off. I knew nothing. I mean, they weren't very long, but they were. And I actually did one.
Shneha. Did we do, we haven't done this last, not program yet.
Yeah.
Shneha Malay. So you did it kind of as a green munaf instead of an orange green.
Oh.
Shneha Malay. Just do it your way.
What's that?
Tomorrow.
I didn't really read it, I did it, but I have 6 after.
No, not yet.
9 to 15.
I'm hoping it's not gonna be a little easier than knowing that.
That's it, that's it.
I'm sorry.
Asara, Asara, Malaya, Ketoret.
You can find it online actually, because I
Because-
set my computer restore.
Oh,
See how
how
it's
to
like,
say?
just find Conversing Shalom online.
Okay, well,
Tourism.
כבשים בני שנה 5 זה קורבן אליצור בן שדאור. Okay, it's so pasuk, yeah? Okay, should I put some pasuk here too, or no?
So it's right. It's a short sentence, very short sentence.
Oh, okay, so this is the first aliyot finishing, yeah?
No.
Or here?
No, first all you have finishes here. It's all
I
right.
should put some pasuk here,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the trope that I follow is a little bit different than yours.
Okay, that's fine. The words is more important. Ozeva Hashanami.
But I say Uzeva Hashalami Akar Shanaki Eli Shah Hatikim Hamisha Evasim Ben Shana Hamisha Ze
Korban Elitzur Ben Shedeu. Yeah. Korban Elitzur.
Korban Elitzur.
Yeah.
Korban Elitzur Ben Shedeu.
Yeah, and then the next, you don't break it up, you just go from here to here.
Yeah. Do you wanna?
Right, it's the same one.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
the
same
same
one,
one,
just
yeah.
different
Yes, yeah.
Shimon.
Yeah, ביום החמישי נשיא לבני שמעון בן שלמואל בן זורישדאי.
Yeah, Suri, not Suri. Suri, like pizza.
Yeah, זורישדאי. Okay.
Good. And then it's just the same name at the end. It's the same
Okay.
ones. Yeah, good.
So a little bit practice.
That's fine. So,
Are you on day 7?
yeah, 4 and 7, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Good stuff.
I don't know, you have time to make a read the Shabbat or not
Today,
today?
I don't have time today.
So I can do it tomorrow, the day 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, just a quick, just to find.
no problem. All right.
Yeah, because when I did by myself, I might not catch the mistakes, you know, by instinct, I.
You're doing great though. So good that you're doing this, all this reading is very good for everyone, for all of us.
Yeah. Okay, Chag Sameach, say hi to Judy.
I will indeed, thank you.
Take care, bye.
Have a good day.